In this video, I'm going to show you how I lost almost 30 pounds of body fat while maintaining majority of my muscle mass and increasing strength in a 3 to 4 month period. I went from a puffy 215 pounds in this photo all the way down to a lean 185 pounds in this photo, looking way better and feeling way stronger. If you just apply these next 4 things I'm about to go over with you, it will help you maintain majority of your muscle mass when in a cut, get you absolutely shredded. It's just going to take some time and some pig-headed consistency. So this brings us to our first point. Obviously, we want to be in a caloric deficit, but how we do that is important. We don't want to do some aggressive cut because that's where you drop weight too fast, too quickly, and that's where you notice you start losing muscle mass and you start losing strength. We want to do it slowly and progressively. So let's say our caloric deficit is 3,000 calories per day. We're going to drop it to 2,750, just 250 calories per day. And then we'll do that for, let's say, 1 to 4 weeks, depending on how consistent we are. And we're going to look at any body composition changes through progress photos. We're going to take measurements and we're going to look at weight on the scale. So we're going to track that consistently for that 1 to 4 week period. If we don't notice any changes, okay, we'll drop it in there 250. And then we just keep doing that. But if you do notice changes, we'll then keep it for another 1 to 4 weeks. And then just again, if you notice you get stuck. But that way it's slow and progressive, so you're not dropping weight too quick, too fast. When you do that, that's where you notice you start losing muscle and you don't have the energy to push the weight in the gym to get stronger. Which brings us to our next point. While in the caloric deficit, we want to make sure we're eating only whole foods and high protein. So aiming for that 1 gram per pound of body weight is a great rule of thumb, especially when in a deficit. That way we can maintain and fuel our lean muscle mass. If we don't do that, that's when we can run into troubles and start losing muscle mass. So it's very important to maintain that protein intake and then just eating whole foods as consistently as possible, because that's what's going to help you get leaner. So you still want to get your good carbs in, your good healthy fats in, because that maintains your hormonal balance. We don't want to just cut fats because they're higher in calorie. Those are still very crucial for your hormones and just for health in general. Next, we want to make sure we're following a structured training program that prioritizes progressive overload and not doing excess cardio, especially when in a calorie deficit. So if we want to maintain muscle mass, we still want to increase the weight slowly and progressively over time, or volume. But we don't need to be overtraining, doing all this excess volume, training everything to failure. We need to be more strategic because we're consuming less. So just prioritizing good form and technique and slowly and progressively increasing the weights and or reps over time and not rushing our progression. Lastly, we want to make sure we're getting enough rest and recovery. So having those 2 to 3 days a week where you're not training at all, but most importantly, having a consistent sleep schedule that's allowing you to sleep 7 to 9 hours a night, because that is where muscles are built. That is where your body heals itself, repairs itself. And without that, you will definitely not see progress. And that is just a fact. So if you apply these 4 things right now for your summer cut, I promise you, you will maintain majority of your muscle mass and will look way better come summertime. It's going to take some hard work, a ton of consistency, and a ton of self-discipline, but the recipe is there. So I hope this video was helpful for you guys. I'm looking forward to hearing back after you apply this for this summer's cut, because it is right around the corner. And if you have any other questions, comments, concerns, please comment below and I'll be happy to get back to you. Other than that, let's get shredded for summer and we'll see you in the next video.